Since LIEnette and John Crook moved into Otter Creek, over 70 phone calls have been made to the Levy County Sheriff. Believe it or not, John Crook was the very first individual to call Levy County Sheriff. As a matter of fact, we've got it right here, and you can see it's an assist a citizen call, and it's on 8/1/2021. John Crook. Now, what is he calling about? If we read here, complainant is in the process of buying property. Now, let's go back to the date. We're at 8/01/2021. Keep in mind, LIEnette has claimed she owned this property before I owned my property. And here we see that the complainant is stating that they're in the process of purchasing property. Can we just say debunked?
Well, remind us again, when did you buy your property?
I don't even remember anymore. Well, I put the offer in at the end of 2020. The deal was done, I think it was January or February.
December of 2020, and then something happened, and then we didn't officially get on until January of 21.
January 21, that's when we officially had the keys, even though there were no keys for the actual property. So this is John Crook stating that there are rug dealers on the road. And as a matter of fact, the ridiculousness of it, this S31, okay, that means rug dealing, all right? And so the funniest issue on all of this, which actually it's probably not even that funny, it's pretty sad, is that Crook, who is a rug dealer and a rug addict, and how do we know he's a rug dealer? Because LIEnette has posted it. And keep in mind, LIEnette has also stated to the police, that's the thing, I don't lie. So if we take LIEnette at her word, and she doesn't lie, and she states that Crook is a rug dealer, then this is a rug dealer complaining about rug dealers.
It's competition.
On his road. It's literally competition. So the first call into the Levy County Sheriff was literally Crook saying, I'm going to buy property. I'm in the process of buying this property. And there are rug dealers going on.
Well, there was an unknown subject on the corner with a rooster in front of house and drives a black pickup truck. He included the rooster.
You gotta be kidding me. All right. There's quite a few things you're going to see in these calls to the police department. Number one, LIEnette's name constantly changes. Okay. Number two, which leads me to believe, I am truly under the belief right now and opinion that LIEnette is schizophrenic. There is the LIEnette, there is the Michelle, there is the Lacey, Alexis, and the list goes on and on. I believe she gave herself all those names because of all the multiple personalities, and you never know who she's actually getting because each personality is represented within these actual call logs. Now, the other thing that's going to happen is John Crook is going to be referred to as her husband, her ex-husband, her boyfriend. It constantly changes based on who the person is in the report. Is it LIEnette? Is it Michelle? Is it Lacey? It constantly changes. What else is crazy about these reports?
A lot of the reports are false 911 calls. And so at what point does she get charged for making false law enforcement calls to law enforcement?
Okay, and there are a ton of them, and a lot of what she actually calls and is in the public record refutes and debunks exactly what she told the judge in Florida. All right, let's look at the next call, because the next call is from, let's see, who is this? 911 dispatch, and we've got theft, okay. Call time, 10/31/2021. It is Michelle this time. Now, let's keep in mind, all this is going on, and these two are terrorizing the people of Otter Creek, and we have said nothing. We have exposed nothing. We have waited patiently for it to stop, for it to end. Actually, the people were coming to us and saying, something has to be done, and I encouraged the people over and over again, just ignore it. It'll go away. Just ignore it. It will go away. Except it never did. So let's take a look here. This is LIEnette calling under the name of Michelle, and she's stating that wants to make a report because someone stole her ducks
Quack, quack.
out of their crate. Now, typically, Here's the other thing you're going to see. LIEnette hangs up on the officers all the time. She gets mad. They were literally put it in the report. She's irate, and she hangs up on them constantly. So here, she's reporting that somebody actually stole her ducks out of their crate. Crate was on the property. Ex-husband, Crook is now the ex-husband, was feeding them and working and on the property, and then they went there in the morning. They were gone. All of a sudden, the ducks are gone. Okay, and then they let the chickens out, but 2 ducks, and she knows who did it because she what? George, what does that say?
Because she watches YouTube.
Oh,
so
my
they
goodness.
stole 2 ducks but left 1 chicken.
Hold a second. She told the judge she's only seen, 2, maybe 3 videos of what the hails. Where has she seen anything about theft or rugs before coming to Otter Creek on YouTube? Oh, it was the issue I had with the corner where I had to get the rug addicts and the rug dealing off of the corner of my property where they were encroaching, and the house was even on the property. She knew all of this before coming to Otter Creek, and yet she still brings a life-threatening diseased child in the midst of this. They're not even on the property yet, and they're claiming that they're watching YouTube. Somebody stole their ducks. What else is in here? People who are working on their property are bad corner. They are, and she calls them, look at that, LIEnette. LIEnette calling the popo and calling the people of Otter Creek methed up. Isn't that hypocrisy, first of all? And how in the world can any of her supporters that go, I can't support Jeremy calling people names, even though Jesus called the Pharisees and the Sadducees names, that without any hesitation. LIEnette, here the pole dancing minister, is calling her neighbors,
the ones on the bad corner.
Rug users. The one on the bad corner that I had to kick off of my corner and remove from my corner, and everything else that was going on my corner. And she knows all about it. And so here she is telling them all about it. And she's telling the popo they are methed up. Okay. And, my ex-husband's name is John Crook. Date of birth.
So he's on the property, but she's not present. 1012, I think, is present.
Okay. So what else is going on in here? We've got aware,
There's no gate on the property. Ex-husband will be...
So... had ducks and chickens on the property, and now ducks are missing. Complainant is worried due to rug users in the area. Interesting. She's calling about rug users in the area, and yet she's living with a rug user based on her statements, not mine.
And what she saw on YouTube.
This one is going to boggle your mind, okay? This is LIEnette calling to see if she'll get in trouble if she reports her own daughter to Children's Services. 911 dispatch, 3/31/2022. We still have said nothing. Name changes. It's now LIEnette Preston. No longer Michelle. It's LIEnette. Who knows what personality we're getting, but here's where it gets crazy. Remarks, narratives. So... the person says, grandson lives in Iowa. Just so we're all on the same page. This grandson is Landon. This is the same individual who she was texting other individuals in Otter Creek stating that I'm going to hire him and give him free housing. This is the same individual who is running around Otter Creek right now in a full-out black synthetic suit, nylon. Why is this individual roaming around Otter Creek fully blacked out at night? Ask yourself that question. And this is the grandson that lives in Iowa. LIEnette goes on to say he is being bussed by his parents. This is her own daughter. Remember, this is a history of her doing this, trying to get any children she can from her own children. This is nonstop. This is all documented. This is all records that anybody can get access to. She is trying to get him to leave to come to stay with her.
Without parents' permission.
Without parents' permission. Wants to know if she can get in trouble. Who in the freaking blue tablet, in the freaking free blue tablet world, calls the law to say, hey, I'm trying to get my grandson away from my daughter and her husband, and I want to know if I can get in trouble. And these types of calls are constant. She literally is calling the Levy County Sheriff to see if she can get in trouble for reporting her kids yet again. And then you've got to ask the question, why did her kids seek out an injunction against her? This is why. The insanity, the craziness of it all. Wasn't enough that she was able to scam a baby off of Facebook. Now she wants her kids as well. And from what we're hearing, the kids, Landon, his girlfriend, the other gentleman there, his boy toy, they're not happy at all. And we're pretty sure she's not with them being there either, because the screaming is nonstop around the clock. And then you wonder why she comes into court and goes, I have no voice.
I need a continuance.
She screams nonstop. John Crook is finally getting some relief, but these kids are going through a living shell right now with my shell, LIEnette. Let's see what else we have here.
I'm pretty sure he was underage at the time that she made this call too.
And yet
he was a minor.
She's complaining about us trying to protect a child that's living there. Mm-hmm. That's hypocrisy, right? All right, let's see what else is going on here. 911. This time it's Michelle again. Here we go. We've got Shell again, and this is 7. Okay, so there we go. And we've got narratives and remarks. Kids keep doing what?
Racing up
and down the street. Currently in and out of the campground all day today. Whoa, they're not even on North Otter Creek Avenue, where we have more frontage than anybody else on the road. They're living in Shady Oaks Campground, where Madam Mayor and her husband Brett actually own the campground. She's calling the cops over at the campground about people speeding. Remember when she was staying high speed all over the road, and her daughter's a runner. She's the runner.
Apparently she's the runner.
And I know that. Well, come to find out, LIEnette is the runner.
Jesus.
Hold a second. This woman's disabled and on government assistance?
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on there? What? What, they're filming? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Let me get over there. Let me run.
It gets crazier. Look at this. She can't give a vehicle description. She can only hear it. Wait, so kids keep racing up and down the streets, but you can only hear it.
You know she can't see well, like John.
That's true. Her and Crook. Man, I just feel like I'm not even going to lift it up. I mean, it's just, we know. This is 100% debunking everything. So kids are racing up and down the street. That's your call. How does she know it's kids? She hasn't seen anything. She can just hear it. Okay. All right. So can only hear their loud mufflers as they do what? Race up and down streets and
requested a phone contact and then requested extra patrols.
Yeah. Extra patrols in the campground because the kids that she can't see and the vehicles that she can't see are annoying her. LIEnette again, calling on rug users. Now, you're going to see a house creatively attributed to a hero that would be in, as you put those words together, you understand what I'm saying. And this is, well, you know what, let's just jump right into it. Let's get right into it. So this is Michelle calling again this time, not LIEnette, it's Michelle. We've got August 5th, 2022. We still have yet to say anything. And here she is.
For reckless driver.
She's saying neighbor drove by fast with what?
A white
truck and black hanger Hellcat. Okay.
Larger Hellcat.
Possibly went on 19. Hold a second. She's calling Levy County Sheriff because a vehicle drove by fast. Oh, wait, there's more. And then it goes on to say...
Well, hold on a second. They were heading northbound on 19. That's the same highway she was
walking on.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Wait, hold a second. You mean she's calling the Popo on reckless driving, who people on the road, then she goes on and walks on that road.
Heading northbound.
With a child who has a life-threatening condition with traffic which is illegal, not against traffic, during a 90+ degree high humidity day in Florida with sunset, dusk, where people can barely see. And she's calling the popo. And this is what else she has to say. They live on Otter Creek Avenue in the White Cracker House, which is a hero house. Okay. Now, understand, remember Heather, who went and had her comments during public comments during the last town hall incident. Heather is illegally at this house currently, where another family member was just arrested recently for another type of rug.
Right, the same rug, I think.
It was a different rug.
Yeah,
it was a different rug. It was
sugar booger.
It was that sugar booger, that white sugar powder. And so, is she correct in this? That this is a rug house? Absolutely, 100%. And she knew all this before coming to Otter Creek. When we came to Otter Creek, we had no idea. We purchased based off of a business plan so that we could be central to all the areas we wanted to go for all the auctions and for resale.
And hiding behind acreage.
And hiding from people like LIEnette and Crook. And so the plan worked perfectly. As a matter of fact, it's blowing our goals away and our imagination of what we were going to accomplish based on that location. The location is perfect. It's people like LIEnette and Crook that aren't. Now, we had no idea we were going to have rug deals going on the corner of our property. We had no idea that this other white house was a rug house. Now, we do now, and we keep an eye out on it, but we don't go complaining about a racing car then walk on that same road where they're racing.
They haven't interfered with our business.
If they don't interfere with our business, we don't say anything. All right, and then it goes on to say that they have some issues there. Vehicles shouldn't be speeding. After patrolling the area, I was unable to vehicle matching with the deposition. In other words, they tolerated her phone call, came out and said, sorry, we don't see anybody or anything. And this is just the beginning of their annoyance to the Levy County Sheriff. February 2023. Just a couple months before we start to expose these crazy individuals. And we can see here that it is, Michelle calls this time. On February 17th. Again, we have still said absolutely nothing in regards to what is going on in Otter Creek and the way that they are making it a living shell for everybody. So she goes on to call. And she says, neighbors parked vehicle, half in the road, half in their driveway, tan Chevy Malibu, parked on wrong side of road. Now, this has been a constant issue on the road with the rug deals going on over at the rug houses, and they believe that they own the road and the right to park in the middle of it. They believe they own my property and the right to park on it because it's a whatever you want to call it. It's a right-of-way. Yeah, a right-of-way is for the government. A right-of-way is not for rug deals to happen and to park their vehicles. Very, very different in regards to legal definition of a right-of-way. A right-of-way to bury cables and lines and utilities, not to do rugs on my property or anybody else's. But it's LIEnette who's calling.
Well, didn't she know all this because she watches YouTube?
She watched YouTube. She's already seen it. She's
Yeah.
already seen it. We've actually shown getting the rug dealers out of the road and trying to stop the rug deals going on in the road and on my property, which there are people who go, Jeremy, you haven't been very nice to them. Hey, no kidding. You think you're going to be nice when people are selling rugs on your property and turn your property into a dump and blocking your road and the access to your business and your home? No, I'm not going to be nice. How much of a fool can somebody out there being like, oh my goodness, you're a jerk to them. No kidding. You think I'm going to be pleasant and say, hey, take another acre and sell more? The foolishness that come out of people's mouths. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so here she's calling and saying they're blocking the drive, parked on the wrong side of the road, and basically made contact with vehicle, was moved. All right. So she gets the vehicle moved.
So the deputy comes out, makes contact with the owner, the vehicle's moved.
It says, boom, get out. Now, you would think that I'm the only person she complains about, right? No, it's everybody. As a matter of fact, this is what's going to be interesting. Because LIEnette made this call, not Michelle. This one's LIEnette. And look who took it. It was the one, the only Tom Martin. Now, I know everybody wants to know what's going on with Tom Martin's stepson, the rat, Cunningham. And so we literally just received this certified packet with all of these letters. This is a big bunch of letters in regards to what's going on with anything that LIEnette has claimed against me. So, for example, LIEnette has claimed that I broke the temporary injunction when my lawyer went and took a picture of her vehicle with John Crook in it when John Crook was breaking the permanent civil protection order. And so, in other words, I did nothing, and District 5 in Ocala said, yeah, you're right, you did nothing. They threw that out. That's great. They also threw out LIEnette claiming that I broke the protective order when George filmed John Crook breaking the protection order, and District 5 said, no, she did not, and he did not break the protective order. They threw that out. They said, we're not pursuing any of this. Unfortunately, they also did the same in regards to LIEnette texting me. Why in the world is my number still in this woman's phone when she literally has a civil protection order that says that she texts me, contacts me in any way, she's going to jail? And they said, well, they can't prove it. She said it was an accident, and therefore they said they're not going to pursue it. It doesn't matter. The civil protection order from Ohio doesn't say whether it's an accident that you contact a person or not. It says you may not, period. So unfortunately, Florida law is letting us down again. And then it just goes on and on. Here's another one here. Here's another one here. And the one with the rat Cunningham basically says, yep, it says this. This letter is to inform you that the Office of the State Attorney will not be pursuing prosecution against the Stephen Rhett Cunningham, the defendant for the offenses charged in the above reference case. The decision is based on the following. SA05, basically District 5, State Attorney District 5, declined to prosecute. That's it. That's what I got.
So if someone went into a restaurant
That's what I got.
to buy iced tea and spilled it on Tom Martin or Rhett, you think they would just dismiss it like that?
I seriously doubt it. I think it's because we are them darn Yankees. And so Florida has let us down and let us down and let us down. And it's rather disheartening, is what it is. So they're not pressing any charges on LIEnette or Crook on Georgia's behalf for them actually being at town hall for an hour and a half breaking the civil protection order. But Ohio is taking it very, very serious. And so we are going to have to rely on Ohio to do the right thing. While Crook is in jail currently, it wasn't for what the exact same thing he did to me. They actually, and we're going to get to that police report because there are lies that LIEnette has told about that as well. She has stated that I altered the actual footage, and the police report will state very, very clearly they did not arrest Crook because I did not show fear. And the police report literally states we viewed the unedited video and he did not show fear, therefore we can't prosecute. But we'll get to that one. All right, so we're back to LIEnette right here. And online harassment. Now, hold a second. This is February 23rd, 2023. Keep in mind, we have yet to say anything, to expose anything. Now, this is what LIEnette is saying I'm doing to her, online harassing her. No, I'm sharing the news of my life. She decided that she wanted to make herself be a part of my life, and she continues to do that on a daily basis. And so she's now claiming that somebody is online harassing her. An ex-friend. Whoa, hold a second, George. Wait.
An ex-friend? I mean, she did tell us that she wasn't made to have friends.
Okay.
She's no longer friends with the godmother of the child, no longer friends with the biological grandmother of the child.
I'm going to take this friend word and go debunk. This woman's got no friends. Anybody who gets anywhere near close to this woman gets as far away as possible. All right, so she's going on to say an ex-friend is commenting on all her posts, making bad statements against her.
Like what?
You mean probably truth? Bad statements against her. Oh, truth. Bad statements. Oh, somebody's finally telling the truth. Okay. So it's commenting on all of her posts. Well, you know, here's what a normal person does. Stop posting. If you don't post, there's no comments to be made on that post. That's what normal people do. What does LIEnette do? I don't like what somebody's posting on my post. I'm going to call the Levy County Sheriff. Fake crying. Okay. And then goes on to say he and his wife has shown up at the house. So he and his wife, that's not you and me, George, because we're not married. Well, let's see. They showed up at the house. Complainant wants to know how to get it all to stop. Oh, that's pretty easy. Stop posting garbage all over the internet. By the way, at this point in time, she has created multiple Facebook groups literally attacking almost everybody in Otter Creek, including us at this time, and we've said nothing. We've done nothing. We have said nothing. Now she's complaining about ex-friends. So what does Tom Martin say? Well, Tom Martin says, why don't you just block them on social media? Yeah, there's an idea.
How do I get it to stop?
How do I get it to stop, Levy County Sheriff? I can't get them to stop. Their ex-friends commenting on my post. Block them? Like a normal person who doesn't call the Levy County Sheriff for this type of thing? Oh my goodness, this is so ridiculous. And then it goes on to say, if people come to your property, call 911, have them trespassed. Oh, as if Levy County Sheriff is actually going to pursue a trespass on anyone. This is March of 2023. If there's one thing I've learned so far in these documents is that I can actually assault the Rat Cunningham
and get away with it.
And get away with it. I've learned that so far. That's good to know for the future. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm a Yankee. I'm a Northerner. I would be immediately arrested and jailed. Interesting. So we still have said nothing, absolutely nothing about LIEnette CROOK on our platform, even though they've been terrorizing us and everybody else.
The months are getting thicker.
And it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Who's it this time? Oh, it's Michelle. Okay. All right, what do we have?
It was Lyshell.
All right, Lyshell. All right, it's Lyshell right there.
For highway obstruction.
Highway obstruction. Now, 2 vehicles parked in road. Black 4-door something, tan sedan. Tan vehicle, homeowner, black vehicle is, this isn't easy reading upside down.
So the tan vehicle is the homeowner's where it's parked. The black vehicle is unknown. She doesn't know who owns the black vehicle. Advised that they have been 1012 for 2 days. So 1012 I think means present. 1054 subject 1012. They call out Lieutenant Prine. He makes contact with the owners and the vehicles are moved.
All right, so they're removed. All right, so she's calling about vehicles in the road. All right?
So no surprise there.
I mean, kind of a surprise in regards to how much garbage that they block the road with constantly.
So is she a bully for calling 911?
You know what? She's a bully. As a matter of fact, she bullies rug addicts. She bullies rug dealers.
And
I can see the pattern. Can you see the pattern? She bullies every neighbor. She bullies every rug addict. She bullies every rug dealer. She's a bully. Bully.
A bully.
Who's going to be the next bully? Who's going to be the next victim of LIEnette? Lyshell. Who will it be? No doubt another neighbor. No doubt somebody who does rugs. Okay, let's see what else goes on. Incident report right here. Narrative. Theft. Oh my goodness.
March of 23.
Theft. I wonder if she stole it, Crook stole it from Walmart. Maybe it was Landon. Let's find out. All right, March 2023. Theft. All right.
Are they skip scam artists?
Let's see. So I don't know what I'm looking at here except grand theft, less than $5,000. Suspect is who? James
Culbertson.
And
Jessica Montford.
Okay. So this is one of the individuals that we believed helped, one of the potential individuals that we believe could have helped LIEnette write these signs. Now, these signs went up after Jessica and James were off the property, and after Jessica and James were defamed all over the internet, claiming that they're rug users and dealers. So
she was cyberbullying them online.
She was
and Crook.
Completely cyberbullying them, blasting stuff, saying defamatory things all
with
over.
No proof.
Now, keep in mind, LIEnette stated that she's never had any rug addicts on the property, never living there, never there at all. And yet we have a full police report. And I mean, I could easily just go debunked, but it's going to debunk itself. So we got victim's complainant, LIEnette. Now we got LIEnette, Michelle, Lacey A, Alexis. All right, stolen value. So we have camping equipment supplement, stolen value, $380. Ozark Trail, 12-person tent, even though I believe it was actually stated as it was a 15-person tent. You know, those rug addicts that she had living on the property in exchange for labor. But let's keep going here. Property pets, $500 pet. It was a tortoise. Interesting. Okay. We got, what is that? Furnishings, $150. An Amish fireplace. All right. We got an appliance stolen, $285. The almond milk maker. She had a whole GoFundMe just for this almond milk maker. Oh no. And somebody stole it? I wonder how she got it in the first place. All right, let's see what else is in this incident. Grand total property loss, $1,316. I don't think they have ever had that amount of value of things in their life to their name, which we both know, and we all know. They won't for very much longer. Once federal court comes in, finds them guilty, they will seize all of their assets. All of their assets will be sold, and I will be compensated for the defamation and extortion and multiple other things. All right, incident narratives right here.
I would not recommend reading this upside down.
I am not going to because I can't.
It's a long one.
All right, here we go. On April 12th, 2023, at approximately 10:43 hours, I spoke via phone with LIEnette Preston in reference to a theft that had occurred at her home in North Otter Creek Avenue. LIEnette advised that she had hired... What? Hold a second. What was that? LIEnette advised that she had hired James Culbertson and Jessica Munsford to assist with cleanup on her property. She allowed them to stay on the property in a shed during this time. She has people illegally living on the property.
In a shed.
In a shed.
With no plumbing.
I want to be very clear that we have already posted everything that she has posted online before about these two, calling them rug addicts and thieves.
Well, meth heads.
Well, yes. Well, she called them more methed up individuals. And so did Crook. She did. He did. Both of them did. And here we have, she allowed them to stay on the property in a shed during this time. Whoa! Judge Craig DeThomas says, I have never had anybody living on my property. Here we have it in an official document, police report. She allowed them to live in a shed on the property. Debunk. All right. They were packing to leave this morning, and they stole the following items: an Ozark Trail tent valued at $380, an Amish fireplace, I guess I'm doing it upside down regardless, valued at $150, and an almond milk maker valued at $285. The milk maker was stolen from the camper. She had photographs from her game camera that showed they were the ones that took the items. Excuse me, what? All right, well, let's find out if there's any proof. Keep that in mind, because if there's photographs, there's got to be proof, right? Timelines, receipts, proofs. Here's what we're going to find out. Well, just
let's
wait.
Just keep
it's
reading.
Insane. James took the items as Jessica distracted her. LIEnette advised that she was not at home. Wait, hold a second.
During this call, she wasn't at home.
Oh, okay, during the call.
Yeah.
And she would contact me again once she was home so that I could see the photos. At approximately 16:08 hours, dispatch advised that she had called back in and was home, and a Cicada tortoise had been stolen as well. Upon arrival, I contacted LIEnette, and she explained everything again. However, during this explanation, she changed her story.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. LIEnette lying. Huh.
Kind of like
Go
the police report
figure.
in Channel 20.
Remember when she turns Crook in on July 11th, an infamous day in Otter Creek history. She turns Crook in, turns the revolver over to the Levy County Sheriff, and then that night begs Channel 20 to come on the property, and she lies.
Story
Straight face. All right, here we go. Her story changed. The items went missing over 3 weeks, and they were on
There were no photos.
No photographs of them taking them. Okay, so she lies. I'm allergic to liars. She lies to the Levy County Sheriff, says, I got photographs on my trail cam. I was distracted. They took everything. Now it's over multiple periods of time, and there are no photos. Okay. Of them taking them. All of the items were taken and stored in a shed on the property. She explained how the tortoise had been stolen as well. She could no longer care for him and wanted to find him a new home. Now let's just pause right there. As a matter of fact, George, let's get some color commentary.
How do we dissect that sentence? LIEnette is saying she can no longer take care of this sulcata tortoise and wanted to find him a new home. So the question arises, what about all the other tortoises that she has on the property? Remember when Florida did an inventory, Florida Wild Fish and Wildlife did an inventory, and then there's proof that she's taking in more animals, more tortoises, but she couldn't take care of this one. So it makes you wonder whether she's being truthful or if this is true. I find it hard to believe that she's going to give up her paycheck to go to a new home.
Well, not only that, we're about to find out in one of these police reports as well, all those foolish people that are sending her Cash App payments and you think it's going towards lawyers and it's going towards animals, you're about to find out what it actually went towards in one of these police reports, and it will blow your mind because she called the Levy County Sheriff. Okay, let's keep going. All right, wanted to find a new home. Jessica said she knew someone who would take it, and LIEnette agreed to the new home. She allowed Jessica and James to take the tortoise to the new home. She contacted the new owner when she found Jessica and James had stolen from her because she is a friend of Jessica's. She discovered that the tortoise never made it to the new home during this time. The only information...
Wait, hold on a second.
Okay, I'll wait.
That's a lie in itself. Because she posted all over Facebook, will the people who brought in Ty please contact me? I lost your information. So that contradicts what she's posted online. We have the screenshots. The tortoise's name was Ty. T-Y.
And she contacted us and everybody else begging to get on everybody's property to look for this tortoise.
Including the campground.
Nobody, including the campground, nobody in Otter Creek will allow LIEnette on their property. It is not going to happen.
So which one is it? Did it get stolen or did it get out of out of their pen?
She verbally assaults all of the residents of Otter Creek. She bashes them and defames them all over all these Facebook pages that she creates to do such. And then when she needs them, can I come on your property? There's not a single person that'll let her on their property. That's insanity.
She can't be trusted.
She's a thief. All right. And as allegedly a thief, from what we've heard from Walmart, Skip Scam. But, we're going to see some more in here. Okay. So, the only information LIEnette knows about the subject is their names. Hold a second.
So she hires strangers.
You hire strangers as you proclaim all over the internet, you can't let anyone around your child with a life-threatening illness. And all you know about these people is their names. And they're living in a shed illegally on your property.
Didn't do a background check for the safety of her or the child.
I don't care if you like me or you like to hate me. I don't care where you fall in on that. Your thought of me means nothing. Your thought of this child and the protection of this child as it is... And I don't want to call the child it, but at the same time I want to protect her name even though we all know her name.
I call her the poor little child. Because she's
poor
defenseless.
Little child, this defenseless child, is being surrounded by rug addicts, thievery, individuals living on the property when all that's known is their names. None of this is okay. And if you think this is okay, shame on you. And you should never, ever be entrusted with a child or anybody else's life.
I bet they wouldn't be okay with it if there was their grandchildren.
Disgusting. All right, let's keep going. The phone number, she said, belonged to Jessica was no longer active. She also advised James had been arrested for a warrant out of Georgia a few weeks ago. Oh, she must be stalking. She knows everything about that now. I checked in RMS Master and could not find where James had been arrested because it was a lie. I also searched his name on the DOC inmate search and located a name. LIEnette was shown a DOC photo and advised that it says it was James. It was James. I was unable to find any information on Jessica Munford. LIEnette advised she believed she was from Georgia, but was not sure. Due to the change in her story and saying she had photographs of them taking the items, they advising the cameras did not show them,
as she thought.
James and Jessica are not listed as subjects at this time. This case is closed.
The case is open /
closed.
pending.
I'm reading upside down, which is not easy at all, especially these large paragraphs. All right, there's plenty enough to debunk in there. There's plenty enough to be completely and totally disgusted, horrific to allow these individuals on the property with a child. And
So that report was dated
nothing.
April of 23.
No, we still have said nothing. We have shared nothing. All of this is going on, and our concern is growing because we're watching all of this being blasted all over Facebook. She's literally and he's literally blasting these rug addicts, telling the world, if you see them, they stole from us, they took everything from us.
They robbed us blind and took
everything. She has posted, they robbed us blind. They took a tent, a milk maker, I don't even remember the other few
Amish
things.
fireplace,
and
the tortoise.
And a tortoise.
Tie the tortoise.
Well, apparently that was blind. So now we know why Crook can't see. And he can't distinguish whether a car passing by is filming him with a cell phone or not. All right. Supplemental. All right, I'm not going to do this one upside down. Supplemental narrative. You can see this
so
is
this
what
one's
it is.
dated April, so a month later.
I like to do it upside down so you can see the actual what is there versus just taking my word for it. Because I don't want anybody to just take my word for it. I want you to see real evidence, real proof. But it does become very difficult. All right, so April 21st, 2023 at approximately 0740 hours, I spoke with the victim, LIEnette, via phone. LIEnette has advised she has photographs and videos of Jessica, and this is a month later. Now she says, LIEnette has advised she has photographs and videos of Jessica and James stealing the items. Okay, a month before she said she did, then she didn't. All right, I've requested the photographs and the videos from LIEnette, and after every request, she has given a reason why they cannot be given at that time. LIEnette has also stated other items have been taken. I've requested that she emails a list of the items. As of writing this supplement, LIEnette has yet to email a detailed list of the items taken. When asked about the list, she says she's still working on it. Although LIEnette has posted on Facebook multiple times requesting the public to contact the sheriff office with information, all information received so far has been days to weeks old and only where they have been seen. Today again, I've requested copies of the photographs and videos from LIEnette. This case is ongoing at this time.
So are you telling me that Levy County is aware of her Facebook postings? Because she posted it and blasted all over Facebook. We have all of the screenshots. So it's if we're reading this correctly, Levy County is aware, or at least this particular deputy is aware of all of the postings she's made on Facebook.
And aware that they have people living illegally in the shed. As a matter of fact, as she's lied and said that she has a home in court, you're going to see in these actual public records that she is living with the child in a shed illegally. All right, supplement narrative number 2.
So May.
So now another month later, on May 29th, 2023, we have, at this point, we have sent LIEnette and Crook a cease and desist. Mm-hmm. So they have gone on to destroy so many people and defame them. We have now sent them a cease and desist, and we have said nothing has stopped them. This has been going on for almost a year and a half. Nothing has stopped them, and these people can't fight for themselves legally. We're going to have to take up the challenge and fight for these people. And so they've been sent a cease and desist.
The people, as in the residents of Otter Creek, are friends.
On May 29th, 2023, at approximately 18:02 hours, I followed up with LIEnette Preston at a request. She advised Jessica Munford was in Marion County Jail and was being shipped to Georgia. She wanted to know why why they wouldn't be held accountable for stealing her stuff. She also did not know why everyone told her it was a civil issue because she did not allow them to steal her stuff. This is so ridiculous. Where is it? She also didn't know why everyone told her it was a civil issue because she didn't allow them to steal her stuff. Hold a second.
She still has no proof that it's her stuff.
First of all, to be qualified as theft, there would never ever be any permission. What a ridiculous statement. All right, let's keep going though. She also didn't know why it was a civil issue because she never allowed them to steal her stuff. I advised Preston, as I told her when we first filed the report. She, right here, she permitted them to live in one of the sheds while they worked for her. Whoa! Oh, wait, no, this can't be true. This can't be true, George. She told Judge Craig DeThomasis there have never been any rug addicts on her property. Nobody has ever lived on the property. This can't be true. Oh, this can't be. This can't be.
This is too easy right now.
Oh, this is ridiculously easy. And yes, all of this will be in court. All of it. And yes, all of this has been supplied to the child's biological family, who this week, on Monday, filed for emergency protection of the child with all of this information and so much more. And so, continue to pray with us that the child is protected. It goes on, because they were allowed to stay there for an extended amount of time, I could not charge them for the items that were located in the shed. So, it was in the shed, but it's still there?
Because one item was in the camper.
She advised that she had read the laws. Now, LIEnette's a lawyer again. Remember, she has posted that she graduated high school early, went to college early. She's a regular Doogie Howser. She knows everything. She's not as dumb as we think she is. No, she's much, much, much dumber. She goes on to say, or it goes on to say, she advised that she had read the laws and they do not qualify as renters under the law. She also argued because they did not stay there every night during that period. She did not feel the information was correct. She advised that they stayed there until she kicked them out. Okay.
Why did she kick them out?
More lies. I advised Preston. Yeah, why'd she kick him out then? Why? All right, I advised Preston.
That's a bully move.
She's such a bully.
They were homeless.
She bullies every rug
She knew
addict.
they were homeless
She
when
bullies
she brought them.
the homeless. She bullies the less fortunate.
Yeah.
She bullies the rug addicts. She bullies them all. She's just a big bully. Who's going to be the next victim on her list? I can't believe this. I advised Preston that I still had not received any photos or videos. Just wait till you hear this. She said she would be emailing. She advised there must be a communication problem because she didn't know that she needed to send them. This is months now. Months. Which personality are we talking to? Is it LIEnette knows that she needs to send them, but Lacey doesn't? Like, this is insanity. She didn't need to send them. Since she deleted the videos, this is crazy. All right. She deleted the videos because she needed the SD card to protect herself from Travis Hale. All right, let's be extremely clear. Number one, she doesn't even know what my real name is. It's Jeremy, and my last name has an S. It is not Hale. It is not Hill. It is not Hills. It is Hales. She deleted all the videos. Do you realize she got a cease and desist, and she dirty deleted everything? Remember when she was in Ohio court and she said, "Judge, you can look at my Facebook right now. I don't post anything. He's lying." And she goes, "I don't care what's on it right now. I care what was on it." She dirty deleted everything.
To protect herself.
In court.
From what, though?
Because she is a pathological, habitual liar. So she dirty deletes everything. She literally tells the officer to protect herself from Travis Hale, which is Jeremy Hales. Preston advised she would be emailing a list of the items that were stolen upon this writing. I've yet to be able to locate or speak with Jessica or James. My in-car video and body-worn microphone were active during the call. The video and audio have been attached to this report. Now, we do have that. We're not going to play it at this point in time. Supplement number 3. Keep in mind that LIEnette deleted everything
So from May to September.
to protect herself because she knows she's now going to court with me. She dirty deleted everything, and she tells an officer, and it's part of public record. All right. So now, as of September 20th, 2023, at approximately 13:26 hours, the victim, LIEnette, has not provided a list of items of stolen from the property. Still, how many months later, George?
This happened in March. This
We're in
report,
September
the
now.
supplements dated September of 23.
Still no list of the items stolen. The list of the items has been requested 3 times, and she has had a reason on why she has not given the list. The last time I spoke with her, she said she was willing,
She was still working
on the list. How this case is closed because the victim refused to cooperate. You want to know why she never supplied a list?
Because it ain't true.
It's not true.
She has no evidence. It's not true.
She is a pathological liar. Is this with Jessica and James as well?
This would be the 911 call related to that report.
All right, so let's see what happened with the 911 call. So this is for theft on 4/12/2023. This is LIEnette.
So 3 weeks later, she calls them to report theft.
3 weeks later, and look at this. Subject lived in residence for 3 weeks. All illegal, all not okay with a child. All right, let's keep going on. 5/27/2023, what's it say?
So it's made contact with the complainant by phone. I advised her that after reviewing Deputy Trent's report, well, she called to follow up, and she ended up speaking to a different deputy, last name McIntyre, references incident, that he did not have these 2 subjects listed as offenders, and that we currently do not have criminal charges pending on them. I further advised her that Deputy Trent was waiting on additional information from her. For example, photographs, videos, list of items taken that were not provided initially. I also attempted to explain to her that I read the report. It appeared to be a civil issue, but that she could speak to Deputy Trent about the incident in greater detail since this was his case and he classified it as theft. However, the complainant refused to listen. The complainant became irate and that I wasn't doing anything for her and hung up on me. No further incident concerned. And he emailed Deputy Trent requesting him to follow up with the complainant, LIEnette.
LIEnette, pathological liar, hanging up on the deputies.
She's getting upset with them because she has yet to provide any photos, videos, lists, nothing.
She is lying about James and Jessica the same way she has lied about me. And then she's yelling and screaming at them and hanging up on them. All right, and then is this one for the same thing, the same incident?
So, yeah, this was another follow-up regarding the theft in April.
All right, so we can see what the real theft is. LIEnette tries to steal and truly people's integrity and their character.
She blame shifts a lot.
Jessica and James, no doubt, were doing the wrong thing. They should have never, ever been living on that property illegally. But she tries to steal any innocence from anyone, including myself, including George. She is a bully, and everybody who has come into her life is a victim of this gross, habitual, pathological lying that we're going to continue to debunk, and it only gets crazier.
I don't post nothing on my little tiny brand new page. All I do is say I do not take meth. I do not let people live on my property.